Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn Tompkins, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. And what the flying flip is going on with the market today? Everybody was looking for this 50 basis point move, right? All right, that the Fed was going to come in and cut back. Now, keeping in mind, still raising the interest rates, all right? Interest rates still rising, still steep rise. But what's going on in the market today that the people don't like is the Fed's hawkish responses that continually will raise interest rates going into next year. For those of you who don't feel that we're currently in a recession, I think that we're going to be in one next year. By the way, if you can hear me, by all means, please respond in the affirmative with VV Nation and let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Glad to see people from all over the world here. And I love that we have that kind of reach. Mash says 200 likes and Glenn will leave Santa Claus weed brownies. You can't say that. Joey, can he say that? You can't say that. You can't. This is a kid-friendly show. You can't say that. Yeah. Sigh. It is what it is. That's our community. That's our community. So it is what it is. I still love you guys. I'm not looking against you. I'm not judging. This is a judgment-free zone. But everybody is here to know why the market is responding the way that it is. I've got some news to talk to you about. I've got some stocks to put in your hands, and I'm prepping you for tomorrow's 6 p.m. video. It's gonna be a banger. It's going to be a great video. It's going to be a 2-piece video, a bonus part to the video. You have to watch to the end. You have to watch to the end because I think that I'm going to help to put together a portfolio going into 2023 that you're going to like. So don't forget to watch the 6 p.m. video on Friday on our YouTube channel. And again, I'm a big fan of, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, hit the like button. You know me, and before we leave, I'm trying to get to 100 likes. You know me as well. I'm trying to get to over 300 people in the room. I'm going to take baby steps. I need you guys to share the link. Share the link to the live stream on your social circles. Let's get some people in here. I think that we provide a lot of great information that more and more people need to see. High Tech said, did it start yet? High Tech, if you hear me, we already started. Is the Santa rally going to happen? And that's a good question, Police SWAT. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Closing in on 300, Glenn says, Kevin. I hope we get it. Let's get to 300, folks. That's a milestone that I'm looking to start to hit. And then we'll move up for there. Sorry, Glenn. I don't know 300 people, says Fireblazer. I know Jay does. Jay knows about 400, 500, 600 people. Jay, get all those people in here. We're almost there. Come on, folks. Let's get it up there. All right. So let's talk about what's going on in the market. I'm going to go into the software. So this is the question. Why is the market down as much as it is today? Let me take for those of you who were here yesterday for the midday market, we looked at what the Fed was doing. And some of the things that he said, I took some notes. Some of the things that he said, that there needs to be a reduction of the balance sheet, that so far he's raised interest rates 4.25% this year. Words like he's going to stay the course. Words like ongoing hikes are appropriate. Words like not at a restrictive enough stance. Those terms being used, the market did not like. And that is why you're seeing such a big down day in the market. The 50 basis points was probably looked at to be a little bit more dovish, that we're starting to get inflation under control. It's not where he would want it to be. He's still going to stand pat on the 2% inflation objective. Folks, can anybody imagine how far the market's got to fall, how far inflation's got to fall, and how much hurt that's going to be to the economy before he gets to 2%? So let me ask this question. How many of you feel that we could realistically get to 2% without breaking the economy? All right, so it's without Do you think that we can get to 2% without breaking the economy? 1. If you think he's really going to break the economy, type 2. All right? If you think he can get to 2% without breaking the economy, type 1. If you think that he can get to it without, but he's going to break the economy, type 2. Now, when we talk about breaking the economy, what does that mean? I think we go into a recession and a deep recession. Right? Now, am I trying to scare the hell out of you? Not at all. Not at all. I am not the bringer of doom and gloom. I'm a bringer of reality. I am a bringer of reality. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So I'm not one of the talking heads on TV that says, throw the baby out with the bathwater, or Katie bar the doors, or the sky is falling, or it's apocalyptic. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is, as investors in the market, having this information puts you in a better situation to manage the trades you have and be on the right side of the market and be in the right stocks at the right time. Those 3 things right there is what we're all about. So can you make money in an uptrending market? Absolutely. Can you make money in a downtrending market? Absolutely. And the added bonus to that is stocks tend to go down faster than they go up. So in downward trending markets, it is a great opportunity to make money, whether you're selling stocks short, whether you're buying puts, whether you're buying contra ETFs. 3 different ways to make money in the market while the market is going down. Kevin says, some of these guys are saying bull market is over, the bear market is beginning. Darn, I want them to be wrong or wrong. And you know something, Kevin, in that statement, I think a lot of people are in the same boat that you are in, saying that you want them to be wrong. Well, what you want, baby, I got it. What you need. Anyway, with all of that, what we want is not what's going to move the market. The Fed is going to move the market. And Patrick did a great video saying you can't fight the Fed. You can't. You can't fight the Fed. And so that's what I'm looking at. John says Kramer will be saying buy, and SPX down 20. Yeah, I think that, hi, Natasha. I think that everybody in the world knows that Kramer is a well-known person. He's a personality. I'm not going to talk bad about him at all. He's got a job to do, and he does his job. How you agree or disagree with him is totally up to you as an individual investor in the market. But he's got a job to do, and he's doing his job. I've got a job to do. But in regards to my job to do, I'm here to explain why this is happening, instead of telling you, well, I wish that it would go back up. Well, what I wish and what's happening, what's weighing out more, what's happening. So I need you guys to be on the right side of the market. What's up, Mark? Police SWAT said I bought my SQQ yesterday. I picked up a couple of contras today as well, but I'm still long stocks. There's stocks that are taking a hit that I'm still long-term on, so I'm using the contras to hedge my portfolio. How many of you are doing that? How many of you still have stocks long that you still want to hold long-term but using contras to hedge your positions? Type of 1 in the room. How many of you are doing that? How many of you are just staying away from anything short in the market? Type of 2. How many of you are just sitting out of the market? Now, for those people who are nervous, scared, fearful, however you want to call it, and you're thinking about getting out of the market, I'm going to be the first one right here. For Raphael, for Robert, I'm going to be the first one right here. Cash is a position, number 1. But number 2, you don't want to leave what you've got here at VectorVest. This is the time that you want to be a subscriber to either VectorVest or whatever you got, because you've got to know the right opportunities to get back into the market. High Tech says 2 with some cash. Cecilia says 2. So for those people who are nervous, I got you. And cash is a position, and I'm not going to ever try to push anybody to do anything that they don't want to do at any point in time. Cash is a position. If you're comfortable there, I need you, to understand it's okay. But for those people who are typing 2, that markets do go down faster, stocks go down faster than they go up. You have good buying opportunities. You just need to learn how to take advantage of them. Drew says, looking at the Dow for the 1st of December, the 50 cross above the 200, golden cross. I thought that was going to be an upturn for the market. And normally it is. The golden cross, the 50 crossing above the 200, is a positive sign. But Drew, what's pushing the market down? The Fed. All right. That's what's going on right now. It's all about the Fed. It's all about the Fed. No trouble. All right. And that needs to be taken into consideration. A hawkish Fed is not good for the market. Does that make sense, Drew? Hopefully does that make sense? Glenn, are you talking your book? Did I say anything? Did I say a Glennism? I don't know if I've said a Glennism. Albert has said, VectorVest has saved my bacon more than once this year. You hear that, folks? For those of you who are sitting on the fence about becoming a VectorVest subscriber, do you know that we have a trial to the VectorVest system where you can see what I'm showing you for 99 cents? Joey's going to put a link in there. 99 cents gets you access to our guidance, our analysis, 99 cents for 30 days. Take it out. If you haven't done it already, check it out. Can we see a short-term bounce back? Absolutely, Stephanie. Who's to say that the market tomorrow doesn't bounce? So before we start to getting into any news, I think a detailed explanation about what's going on because of what the Fed did. The 3 crossed below the 8 on the VectorVest composite yesterday. Big down day today. Not only that, we passed through a level of support of 55.04 on our VectorVest composite. That tells me, even from this high, that we still got more downside. All right, could we get a bounce? Absolutely. How about when the market pulled back here? We got a little bounce, and then the market. I still think that overall we have downside. What people are not talking to you about, that helps to move the market as well, not only the Fed, is what? What's the big thing that moves markets, folks? Type it in the room. All right, what's the big thing that moves markets, folks? Type it in the room. Everybody who's a VectorVest subscriber knows. What is the thing that moves markets? Not me, Nectarios. It ain't me. You know it. What is it? Type in. Listen, don't make me turn this room around because y'all know, there we go, earnings. Absolutely, folks. And what's going on with earnings? Earnings are falling. Projected earnings are falling. People are guiding lower going into next year. So when we at VectorVest say things like, we have more downside than we have upside, it ain't just us whistling Dixie. It is just not us pushing a negative attitude. We have a software, we have a system that brings to the forefront the things that you need to know. All right, Cecilia says earnings in retail. Retail came out today. We're going to talk a little bit about that. All right, that's enough to cover about what's going on in the market and why the market is going down. Let's go get some news. Let's go get some news. And I'm going to go through the news. You guys don't always like the news. I think you think that I put up too much news. And you know something? I'm going to take that into consideration. So let's go through these articles quick. Stocks are falling on fears over Fed's higher for longer rates. You see that? Higher for longer rates. What does that tell you? That the Fed is still hawkish. The Fed is, gosh dang it, that the Fed is still hawkish. That doesn't bode well for the market. Powell says Fed will not change the 2% inflation goal. With that, you know how much we got to hit in order, how much inflation's got to come down in order to hit that 2% inflation goal? A lot. And in that point in time, while he's doing the tightening of monetary policy, the market's going to feel it. We've got more downside. Retail sales. Cecilia, here we go. Retail sales fell 0.6% in November as consumers feel the pressure from inflation. I'm wondering how much, and let me ask this question. How many of you, inflation has affected your Christmas shopping? Type of 1. How many of you inflation has not affected your Christmas shopping? Type 2. I am a 2. All right. It hasn't affected my ability to do Christmas shopping, and I'm blessed for that. All right. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gloating. I am truly blessed for that. I work for a company that gives me the opportunity to make sure that Christmas is taken care of for my family. So I'm just curious. Can you talk about that, Fernando? Talk about what, Fernando? Retail sales falling. People feeling retail sales are falling because less people are buying because of the inflated prices. And Monica, I'm with you. By the grace of God, I am a number 2 as well. It's got nothing to do with me, and I'm not gloating. It is a blessing. All right. Who Christmas shops unless you have kids? People like me, James. I've got 5 grandkids. 5 grandkids. Joey's got what? 7, 10 kids? Joey? No, Joey's got. No, he doesn't. He's got 3 kids. He's got 3 awesome kids. So, what is this Christmas shopping that you speak of? That's when you buy gifts, Kevin. Is anyone seeing my comments? The top, what did you say? I got, as you can see, there's a lot of chat going on. To the top, what did you say? Talk to me. If I missed it, I apologize. What did you say? The earth is overpowered. What does that got to do with anything, Fireblazer? The top, Joey, did I miss? Can you go through the chat? What did I miss that the top said? Loving life, which I have 6 grandkids. There you go. I've got 5. This Xmas I have to give, and it's not Xmas. I'm going to correct you. This Christmas, I have to give out more cash thanks to, I'm not getting into that, John. All right, my Webull referral link. What about that? I got nothing to do with that. We ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that here. We don't do that. All right, so other news. That's all economic news. Elon Musk sells another huge chunk of Tesla shares. I've been asking this question for a minute. How soon before Tesla investors start fleeing away from, folks, we're 3 away from 300. We're 3 away from 300. Woo! All right. When is there going to start to be a mass exodus from Tesla? I wonder if that's going to happen. I wonder how, what's going to happen. Talk about the what? The Fed? What is Fernando, you said talk about, I'm not sure what the confed? I'm not sure what you're typing. I know I apologize driving. I know. Talk about the Fed. I did talk about what the Fed was going to be a lot more. The Fed, even though he only raised 50 basis points, is still more hawkish than what the market or what the economy likes. All right, I'm a buyer of Tesla at 134, says 427. Listen, we're going to take a look at Tesla. We're going to take a look at Tesla. Came out about 11 Central. What did the Fed say at 11? Did I miss something? Did the Fed say something at 11? I might have missed it. And if I did, I apologize. Hey, Maria. All right, next story. Netflix stock sinks after reported ad targets missed as analysts warn of competitive disadvantage. Elon is putting free speech above personal gains. You have to applaud that. Listen, James, again, that's all more political than anything. All I'm saying is that with everything that's going on with Twitter, how many of the Tesla stockholders are going to keep putting up with him taking money out of the company to finance Twitter? Think about that. How will this triple witching really affect the market tomorrow? I'm thinking about closing my long SPY, but all I'm saying from a triple witching, we got options closing. Excuse me. All I'm saying in regards to that, I think the overall factor, my own personal opinion, is that the market is moving down. I think the triple witching is going to affect it more so to the downside. A lot of people are going to be closing out of positions. All right. Now, the other side of it, could we get a bump going into January? And the answer to that is yes. People are going to be repurposing their portfolios, getting ready for next year. I still see a little bounce coming into the end of the year from that perspective, but we'll see. Tesla shareholders are very loyal. Everybody knows that Tesla's the big boy in the electric car space. I know. Folks, we almost got to 300. We were 3 short, and then we pulled back. We almost got there. I still need y'all to help me. All right, come on. I need y'all to help me. We almost got there. AT&T seeing sustained outperformance this year. Can the stock keep it up? We'll see. All right, I'm going to take a look at that stock. Verizon gets an upgrade amid overly negative sentiment and strong dividend. The dividend part about it is going to be pulling it up. Big movers on stocks today. We're going to take a look at some of these stocks and why they moved up today. Hot stocks, going to our blog, go to www.vectorvest.com, go to our main website, go over to blogs. Every day we try to put a new stock in here for you. In here, I'm going to do a little research on here for you for Delta. Raises its earnings for Q4 and beyond. Here's 2 things you need to see before you're trading. And last but not least, we have a free thing for everybody. It's called the 28-day portfolio challenge. Show you how bad stocks moved out of your portfolio, know which are the best stocks to buy, know when to buy. Folks, it's going to be a 28-day system to help, and it's free, to show you how to break down your portfolio and build it all back up. All right. Go to www.vectorvest.com/28. There you go. Thank you, Joey. Click on Start the Challenge. It's free. All right. That's the big thing. It's free. Your VectorVest order. All right. There's your email, first name, last name, email, password to create an account, non-professional or professional, blah, 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 blah. Put that in. It is free. It is free. It is free. And by the way, it is free. All right. With all of that being said, let's get back into the system. Let's go look at what's going on in the market. We got a bloodbath today. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Q's down over 3%. Those are the tech stocks. The S&P 500 down over 2.5%. The Dow 2.5%. Our VectorVest composite down 2%. There's nothing more to say that it is a bloodbath in the market, and a lot of it is all about what the Fed said. The Fed is hawkish. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Comments, even though he only raised 50 basis points, it was still a raise. All right? And I think a lot of people are missing out on that. They say, well, inflation's getting better. Yay. It's still a raise. Interest rates are still going higher. He may be slowing down at the rate of ascent, but he's still doing it. And we got to confirm down today, Fernando. Absolutely. Why do they have to ask if a professional? Because if you're using the VectorVest system as a professional, you have to pay at a different price point. All right, that is why. Fireblazer says, and now the end is near. So no, we don't. The end ain't near. The end ain't near. This is a natural order of things. I need everybody to sit back and understand something. All right. Is everybody listening? Type a yes or a no, because right now I need your attention. This is a natural order of things. Type a yes if you're listening. I got to take my glasses off for this. All right. Are you listening? Nobody typed a yes in the room. Are you listening? All right. Understand this. What started all of this? A pandemic. Pandemic hit us. The market started to fall in regards to the pandemic. What did we do? We wanted to push the economy up. So what did we do? We gave a lot of stimulus we gave a lot of money out to people, a lot of money out to help ride them through the pandemic. All right. Once you've done that, people have money to spend. People know you got money to spend. Well, guess what? I'm going to raise my prices on this stuff because you got the money to pay for it. That's called inflation. All right. So I'm going to spend my money and the prices are going to go up and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then as the prices go up, the Fed says inflation right now is transitory. Why? Because they wanted to keep the market hot. They wanted to keep the economy hot. Oh, it's okay. We're fine. We're fine. And then when inflation got to 40-year highs, they said, holy smokes, that ain't good. So then what did they do? They started raising interest rates at the highest, fastest, steepest move that has happened in quite some time. If you go back and look at other situations where the market came down and the stimulus was there and we had to, got inflation, the raising of the rates was a lot less steep. He went almost vertical. All right. And that's where we are right now. So that's my story. That's what you need to know. And that's where we are. So inflation is a natural order of things from stimulus. You're printing money, you're putting it out there. It's a lot of money out there. That's a natural thing. Well, now we got to pay the piper. Paying the piper means we got to feel the pain, and the pain is the rising interest rates. Folks, that's it in a nutshell. So for anybody who's saying that the world is coming to an end and all that stuff, this is a natural order of things. This is the product of stimulus. Anybody disagree with that? All right? Does anybody disagree with that? Type a 1 in the room if you disagree with that. Type a 2 in the room if that all made sense to you. Type a 1 in the room if you disagree with that. Type a 2 if all of that made sense to you. It is in a nutshell what we're going through, and we are going to wrong. Inflation is taxation without representation. Nah, I'm not going down that path. Inflation is rising prices, rising costs. That's it. It ain't taxation without representation. I'm not going down that path. All right? I'm not going down that path. It happens when there's a lot of money out there. There's nothing more else that I can say in regards to that. All right. With all of that being said, The stocks that made the big news today, what did I have? I had Tesla up there. What else did I have up there? Delta Airlines. Remember, that was the story from our blog. AT&T was a story. Netflix. Interesting. Netflix missed on ad expectations. Look at it, down almost the biggest mover to the downside. Verizon up 0.8%. Mullen, where's the story on Mullen? I had a story on Mullen, but Mullen got an order. Its first purchase order for 1,000 cars. That was big for Mullen. I don't know. I had a story, but anyway, look at the move on Mullen as well. All right, let's go peep these out on the graph real quick. All right, put this on a 3-month graph. And Delta Airlines, they're guiding higher. Do I feel comfortable with buying Delta Airlines based on the news? And I'm going to eventually, in May, I'm going to be on with Susan Hayes in regards to deciphering between market news and market noise. I'm going to call that story noise right now. Why? Because I'm looking at the relative value, good upside potential, but from an earnings perspective, not so good. They do have positive earnings. They grow their earnings at a clip of 36%. But not only that, coming off the high, the 3.8 cross broke through support. I think it's moving along with the market no matter what the news says. It may have some more downside right now. Tesla. This is my question. Even though somebody said that the Tesla stockholders are loyal, how many of you still are loyal? If you're trading Tesla, are you super really loyal? Type of one in the room if you are. Or are you getting fed up with what's going on your returns? Think about that, folks. I had a story on Roblox, but I didn't put it all together. Boeing is taking new orders now, nine in the pipeline. I think Boeing is another good play, but they keep going back and forth, up and down, up and down. Does not look loyal from here, says Fireblazer. Kevin says instead of sending out stimulus money, they could tie our income to rise along with the cost of living. You know something? That still would be a lot of money. Tesla is going to go down with the market. I make it, but with Elon Musk spending the money that he's taken out of Tesla into Twitter, how many of the investors are going to still put up with that? What else is in here? AT&T nicely moved up after consolidating. I think that this is a move with the market to the downside. All right. And Netflix. Wow. Netflix was on a run. I think the ads miss might push it down a little further, along with moving down with the market. Verizon, and they got an upgrade. They've got positive relative value, negative, not negative, but below 1 relative safety, and RT is below 1. Positive earnings growth rate is only sitting at 4%. Only sitting, and right now with the candle, today's candle, little shooting star could be a reversal. I'd be careful with Verizon. Mullen moved on news. That's a lot of profit taking right there. Stock is only trading at 30 cents. A lot of people made a lot of money on the news. That's a lot of profit taking. I don't know how, and I do like the rise with rising volume. I'm just not sure how good I feel about holding it longer term. Jay, I can't hear you now. Glenn, Amazon is close to a new low. This is a huge sign for retail and economy. Retail came in lower, right? So companies like Walmart, companies like Amazon are going to feel the effect of lower sales, right? All right, hottest industries. I think I'm going to bypass that because with everything that's going on right now, I'm going to stay more to the bearish side. Short-term plays, these are stocks that are moving up to, even with the big down day, these stocks are still moving up. Let's talk about some of these stocks that are moving up. Let's come back here. ICVX. Where's that? ICVX is moving up. They jumped on Wednesday, 112%, and they're still up again today after the company provided a 6-month immunogenicity update of phase 1 trial against respiratory. That. I can't say all of those things. All right. Astria is up today. Announced preliminary results from its phase 1 trial of STAR 0215 healthy subjects. What else was in here? Carvana. Big jump on Carvana. starting as soon as next, Carvana started offering is as soon as next day touchless home delivery. That's kind of cool, right? RCA is in my list, 7.6% due to $93.73, following better than or better than expected Q4 earnings. So just a few of those stocks that are why they were moving up. And are these sustainable? These are stocks that are moving up today. Are these sustainable? Look at the move after the stock. Here's ICVX went up today, right? Went up today. Where's the 9:30 hour? Look at that and look at that pullback. That's profit taking. I don't think long term this is a stock that you want to have. All right. Next one. All right. A lot of these stocks made their money early this morning. Look at the consolidation now. I won't like that going into tomorrow. ATXS jumped up this morning, pulled back. All of this is profit taking. News that moves the stocks. Be careful with those stocks, because what you'll see is if you didn't catch it in the morning, it's going to be tough to hold on to it going into the next day. Swing trade plays. Let's talk about some swing trade plays. How many of you? SJT is bucking the trend today. Glad I bought it yesterday. I did pick up WTI. I don't know if I'm still in it or not. I think I am. I did pick up San Juan Basin, is another stock I like too, Roger. Apple is down 4%. As much as you all know that I love Apple, I am not in love with Apple. So I'm not currently trading Apple right now. Rick owns strip joints. Can't believe the stock is going up in the recent. What? Oh, is that what you said they do? That they own short-term? Rick owns strip joints? Do they really? How do you not think that they ain't going up? You think people ain't going to the strip joint or going to the bar to get away from all of the crap that's going on in the market? Interesting. All right. Hey, have a good day, Jay. Apple is the market. Well, Stephanie, not really. Not really. But I think that part of the NASDAQ going down, if Apple is down, is a big part of that. Swing trade plays. Man, it's going to be tough to swing trade right now, right, with the market going down. But let's go take a look at these stocks that I got for you from a swing trade perspective. Put them on a 3-month graph. Look at that. Down day to day, DHI is up, nicely up. Very little wick at the top on above average volume. RT is rising. From a swing trade perspective, I'm not telling you to go buy it, but these are stocks to keep on your radar. OII, petroleum, right off the 3-month high, 3 and 8 are still positive, just barely. Keep that on your list. Wow, ACGL, again, with a market moving down, some of these stocks from this is a 3-month basis, still going from the bottom left to the top right. Stocks keep your eyes on. This is a turkey. Turkey as in not the turkey you eat, but is in the country. Bottom left, top right, keep your eyes on that stock as well. Last but not least, Insurance General, WDH, a couple of days off the 3-month high, but the 3 and the 8s are still in play. So interesting that I was able to find some swing trade plays for you. How is DHI up? I don't know if it's news driven. I'm just looking at the graph. All right, speculators. How many of my speculators out there? I got some. Let's go look at some speculative plays. These are where my fundamentals are not going to be so good. All right, relative value and relative safety are both below 1, but these stocks are in uptrends. Let's go see if any of these, I'm going to put these on a 1-month graph since these are speculative plays. Wow, ZTO, transportation truck, bottom left, top right, moving up. Wow. Again, I go through a lot of work to find you these picks. These are my speculative picks. IMVT, a little bit of indecision today, but look at that bottom left, top right. Good volume. LFG went up, consolidated, just coming off of a new 3-month high, open day, up day on a down market today. KDNY pulling back a little bit, but the 3 is still above the 8 and still far away from the 8. I would at least keep my eye on that. So those are my speculative plays for you. Guess what? What do you think my types of plays are today for day trades? Type it in the room. What do you think my types of plays are for today for day trades? Type it in the room. Ulrich says strip joints always make money. Of course they do. Right? That's what it does. I'm not saying that I go to strip joints. Not me. Don't be judging me. Joey may not go either, right, Joey? We are good dudes. We don't go to strip joints. All right, Maria is right. My day trade picks are going to be Contras. Yep, absolutely. I think that makes sense on a day like today, that my day trade picks for you today would be Contras. Let's go take a look at this. Let's go look at these intraday. a little bit of jagosity. That's from my book. A little bit of jagosity going on from these plays. Let's go look at from 9:30. From a day trade perspective, gapped up. Trading still high towards the session highs. I like FMGD. That's the bear for the FANG stocks. SOX, same thing, consolidating going into the close. Techs, consolidating going into the close. HIBs, consolidating going into the close. Now, I'd be careful with Yang, though. It's not consolidating going into the close. It is pulling back. So the other four stocks without Yang are my stocks, my day trade picks for you today going into tomorrow. We got a confirmed down call around 10:30. Yes, we did. We got it before then. Excuse me. We got it during the Jockey Club this morning. All right, my picks for you going into the week, for the rest of this week, is going to be more so other contras to keep your eyes on. Why not play the Qs, play the S&P, and play the Dow? All right, those are my only three stocks outside of the other two that I showed you already. If the market's going down, play the indices. Market's going down, there's the SQQQ, the SPXU, and guess what? These are all triple leverage, and the S down. These are all triple leverage. If I feel that the market's going down, I'm going to be aggressive with these. All right, hopefully that makes sense. I'm going to be aggressive, but I'm not going to tell you to be complacent about it, because a good up day, you're going to lose the gains on these. So just be careful. These are triple leverage. These are triple leverage. These are triple leverage. So be careful with them. All right, there's my SQQQ, a little bit all over the place. SPXU, again, going closer into the close. A lot of these are making a little run to the upside. FNGD, I'm not feeling the volume on this one. And it's interesting because it's a $52 stock. It should have better volume than what I'm seeing, but I'm not feeling the volume. I'd be careful with this one. There's my SDOW, and there's my HIBs play. I am in HIBs. I don't like the volume, but it's a lower dollar contra to keep your eyes on. What else do I have? That's it. I'm done way early. And you know why? And that's okay. Because the big news is the market is moving down. All right. That's the big news of the day. Is that the market's moving down. So I covered everything while that's going on. So you know what I will do for you today, though? I will look at some of your stocks. Let's do that. I'm going to look at about 10 of your stocks. What stocks are you trading? And be careful with some of those stocks that you're still holding long-term. If the market's direction pulls them down, folks, don't be afraid to close and take some profits, number one, or limit your losses. Don't be afraid to do that. If you're going to hold stocks long right now that you just don't want to get rid of, I am going to tell you that you need to hedge. And the best way to hedge, folks, the best way to hedge is to use contras, buy puts, something along those lines. You've got to hedge during this time if there's stocks that you're trying to hold on to. Does everybody in the room understand that? Type a yes or a no. Does everybody in the room understand that? Type a yes or a no. Because I think that this is important for you to understand. This is really important for you to understand if you're holding on to stocks long. And folks, I really want everybody to answer. Because Joanne says people are panicking. The interest rate is low compared to the 80s. I agree with that. Folks, this is an important question. Do you really understand that if you're holding stocks long, instead of riding those stocks down long, you need to hedge those positions? I want everybody in the room to answer that question, because I don't want anybody to say that we did not do the work and give you that guidance. So I want everybody to answer that. I have my hedge on my lawn. Does that count? No, Fireblazer. I remember when interest rates were under 10%. You know something? We got rising interest rates. We got a steep climb in interest rates. But does everybody still know we're still at low interest rates overall? I think people lose sight of that too. What we're experiencing is the hurt, and we're reacting to the hurt. That's it. Have stops in place? Absolutely, Glenn with two N's. Absolutely. Always have your stops in place. All right. Let's go take a look at your stocks real quick. Let's go. We got 13 stocks. Let's graph them all. Let's go put these on a 3-month graph. Hudson. I like Hudson, but you know something? Yesterday, the 3 crossed below the 8. I think that that's a good opportunity to take it off the table. If you haven't yet and it's going down some more, that increases your opportunities to take it off the table. If you were in, you've made a profit, lock in that profit. If you're now taking a loss in it, don't let it run away. Glenn, how far would you go on puts on Apple? If I'm going to be a buyer, I like to buy at least 45 days out. All right. And I can close it at any time before the 45 days, but I'm going to go about 45 days out. It does cost a little bit more money. If you want to spend less money, I would put it out at least 30 days. 30 days is my minimum. 30 days is my minimum. Our job is to protect our capital and not take big losses until the next bull run comes along. Absolutely, Magic Trades. Absolutely. All right. So with Hudson right now, whoever gave me that, that's 2 days in a row that the 3 and the 8 cross. I love that the stock went up. But right now may not be the time that, you want to lock in profits. OVV, you down with OVV? Joey?
All
right. I said, you down with OVV?
Yeah, you know me.
There you go. All right. What I do like about it, now keep in mind, the market is down, the candle is up. I like that it might have found a level of a floor. The 3 might be crossing above the 8. I'm also watching this level of resistance at 50.69. If the 3 can cross above the 8 and break above that, it may be okay. But understand, 80% of the stocks in the market move with the direction of the trend of the market. Be careful with that. All right, I'm looking at NVIDIA. Same scenario. I love the move. The 3 is still above the 8. If the 3 end of day crosses below the 8, you might want to take that off the table. I do like the safety on it, the timing on it, positive earnings growth. But looking at the chart, I'd be careful with it, all right? TPX is going against the trend of the market and moving up. 1 day off the 3-month high, 3 and the 8 look good. If you're in it, leave it alone. All right, leave it alone. There's nothing telling you to get out of it, even with the down day today. I'm looking at Boeing story that they're picking up more orders for planes. Down day today. If you're in it, the 3 hasn't crossed below the 8. If you want to give the stock a little bit more room, here's a level of support sitting at 174.24. You've got 2 ways to get out of the stock. If you want to get out of it a little early and lock in profits, wait for the 3 to cross below the 8. If you're willing to give the stock a little bit more room, there is a level of support sitting at 174.24. Next stock is Drip. It retraced from resistance to 3 and the 8, a converging down day. Be careful with this. Be careful with this. That's all I got to say. Be careful with this. It's a little bit of consolidation right now and a little bit of a channel. Did have a nice run up. This is the short for oil, but pulling back. Be careful. All right, next one is DRV. Man, back here, these were the days. And now it's moving down. Could it be setting up? I'd look for end of day for the 3 to cross above the 8 before I jump on board with it. All right, next one is Sava. Wow, big down day, big down day. Couple of ways to get out of it. The 3 crossing below the 8 end of day and this level of support sitting at some level. Where's that level of support? Level of support sitting at 35.23. It's got some room, but that's a big down day. I wouldn't be afraid to take that off the table. All right, next one is GRWG. I'm not feeling that. All right, bounced off support, shot up beautifully, a little bit of a shooting star pattern, followed through the 3-8 cross here. That would have been your opportunity to get out of it. Instead, now you're riding it down to this level of support of 545, and guess what? It's below that right now. There's no reason why you should be holding that based upon the graph. Next one, Rivian. Wow, good, googly, muggly, just going down, down, down. I don't care what news comes out about it. I got to see some kind of response in the graph before I think about wanting to buy that. GME, just wow, still broke through a level of support. Didn't it just have earnings? It did. And from that, look at that. Wow, still just wow. No, I wouldn't touch that. Coin, we all know what's going on with crypto, especially with FTX. No. And last but not least, quantum space. Was in a channel, broke the 3, broke down below the 8, now broke down to a level of support. All right, put me on my ending screen. I think that that's it for today. Drip is my gauge to get into oil. I hear you, Maria. That's not a bad way to go. For long-term positions, would you hedge tomorrow on a confirmation, or should have done it on the confirmed down earlier today. Karen, for the better part, let's wait to make sure we get it. I think there's nothing that's going to turn around the confirmed down call. Because I feel that way, I wouldn't mind hedging today, Karen. I wouldn't mind hedging today. All right, but even with that being said, if we get a nice update tomorrow, your hedges may be getting hit. So you've got to make sure that if you're going to put hedges on, that you're understanding that we are in for a longer term pull down than we are for a rebound. Does that make sense, Karen? All right, I am of the mindset that we've got a lot more downside than upside. And will we have some up days? Absolutely. That's just part of the nature of the game as well. All right, but overall, I still think that we've got more downside. We got a hawkish Feds. Earnings are falling. All right, so putting all of that into play, we have a lot more downside in the market, folks. All right. With that, I'm done. Did we have fun today? All right. I know the market looks like poop, but I explained it. But, I like to try to bring some sense of calm to the market the best way that I can without trying to scare you. I just need you guys to know what's really going on so that you can make right decisions and not emotional decisions. I don't want you guys making emotional decisions. I don't want you guys to be making emotional decisions. I want you to be making decisions, I see, Joey, based on what's going on in the market. All right, maybe Glenn can show that another time. We definitely learn how to go through the timing on the VectorVest composite. I do that on Mondays. John. Make sure you join me for midday. What the hell is it, Joey? Midday market.
Midday market update.
Midday market on Mondays. Make sure you join me for that. We go through a lot more market timing using the VectorVest system. Glenn, all of your contents are always relevant. Thank you for that, Stephanie. I appreciate that. With that, folks, I gotta go. Make sure you tune in for tomorrow's video. I think it's going to be a great video. Glenn, I have a 10-ounce VV mug, need a 15-ounce for this market. I hear you. Jake says, another happy VV camper. VV has kept me safe this year. Way to go, Jake. Again, you guys have an opportunity, if you're not subscribers, you have an opportunity to take a trial to the VectorVest system. 99 cents for 30 days. Glenn, what's cooking in the Blackstone tonight? It's too daggone cold to be cooking on the Blackstone tonight. I'm not cooking on the Blackstone tonight. All right, folks, I got to go. We almost got to 300. We were 3 away from 300. Let's see if the next stream we can get to 300. Thank you guys for that. That's the most we've had in quite some time. We almost got to 300. With that, and we got over 100 likes. Thank you for that. With that, folks, I got to go. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Keep your feet out of the lava. Bom dia, shalom, salam, namaste, yasu. See you, folks.